Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be discussing about the immune system, the introduction part. The immune system is used to fight off a particular an antigen or something which comes to disease us. So there are two ways by which our body fights. First one is the innate immunity, which is in our body by birth, and then the adaptive immunity, which we learn in due course of time. Okay. So the first one, innate immunity, is non-specific. The cells which cause innate immunity is the neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, NK cells, and monocytes. So in these peripheral smears, you can see these. Right? This is the neutrophils, this is the eosinophils, this is the basophils, and this is the monocytes. Right. And then this ensures that foreign antigen doesn't enter our body, and this is the first line of defense. For example, let's take our GIT. Okay, so this is our GIT. Okay, and then from our food, a particular bacteria or an antigen enters in. Okay, it comes inside, and this would want to enter into our blood circulation or into our system. So this is prevented. For example, our stomach releases acids, and then these mucosal layers and all, and this prevents that. This is non-specific. As you know, any type of let it be antigen type A and antigen type B and then antigen type C. Anything comes inside, everything is basically blocked. Whereas in adaptive immunity, it is selective. It is highly specific to the particular antigen, and the cells which cause it are the lymphocytes. Those are the B cells, T cells, and then the antibodies. This is the second line of defense, and very, very strong actually. So here is a tabular column of the differences between innate and acquired immunity. The first thing is, see, innate immunity is the first line of defense, and adaptive is the second line of defense. This takes a shorter lag time, and this takes a longer lag time. Lag time, what is lag time actually? It is the time to activate an immune response. And then innate is non-specific, and adaptive is specific. Innate is short term, and adaptive is long term. Because these memory cells are there, right? These understand the pathogen and memorize them. Okay, this particular pathogen will cause this type of an effect, and it will remember. So the next time when it comes, it will use that. And innate immunity is always active, and adaptive immunity, it is activated only after a pathogen is exposed. We can compare these two, like if a person goes into a fight, either he can choose to go rogue and fight off and throw hands and just go and do whatever he feels like, and then the other one is analyzing his opponent, analyzing and choosing the right ways to attack him. This is more specific to that particular person he's going to hit. And whereas innate immunity is just going and throwing hands at him. So the examples are the skin epithelium, because our skin epithelium itself doesn't allow any pathogen present in our environment to easily enter into our cutaneous circulations. And then the mucosal barriers. And then the WBCs, the neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, monocytes, which are present, and the NK cells. As you know, the lymphocytes are there, right? Lymphocytes. These give off B cells, T cells, and the NK cells, right? These B and T cells together enter into the adaptive immunity, and the NK cell goes into innate immunity, right? And then the pattern recognition receptors and complement systems. So and in adaptive immunity, the examples are B cells, T cells, the plasma cells, which release antibodies when the B cells come and activate them. When the B cells come and activate the plasma cells, antibodies are released from it. There's a misconception that a person initially, when a pathogen attacks, uses the innate immunity first, and then comes the acquired immunity. But that's not the case. They actually work hand in hand. And collectively perform an immune response. So, yeah, this is the introduction of immune systems. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching, and as always, be awesome.